Yo, what is going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Small Raider back at it again with another video, and there was more Nation news that went on last night that I would want to talk about today, and we're going to be talking about Richard Sherman and the possibility of him coming over to the dark side and Las Vegas. But before I get started with this video, I want to give a huge shout out to my product sponsors over at ONENATIONFANWEAR.com with Just Win Johnny. As you guys can see right here, he sent over a lot of dope t-shirts, and this one right here is a Ken Stabler snakeskin number 12 t-shirt. So if you guys want to get in on this, then go over to ONENATIONFANWEAR.com and don't forget to use my promo code SR to get free shipping and handling. So with all of that being said, let's get started with your Nation news.
And you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Now let's talk about Richard Sherman and the possibility of the Raiders going out and getting him in free agency this season. Now, the main reason why I'm bringing this up because Chris Collinsworth had a podcast yesterday where he brought on Richard Sherman and also brought in our head coach Jon Gruden as a guest on his podcast. Chris went on to mention that the Raiders hired Richard Sherman's former defensive coordinator when he was at the Seahawks, Gus Bradley, who is now with the Las Vegas Raiders as our new defensive coordinator because, you know, Paul Gunther was fucking trash. All of that just to hint off the fact that the Raiders could be a viable option for Richard Sherman and free agency. Now, obviously, we all know that you cannot tamper with free agents or upcoming free agents before the start of the new season. And I know Colin was trying to tiptoe through the subject, you know, not trying to get Richard Sherman or even Jon Gruden and the Raiders in trouble with tampering. But knowing Jon Gruden, he did not seem to care when he was talking about this. And he went on with his pitch on how the Raiders could be a perfect fit for Richard Sherman now that Gus Bradley is with the Raiders. And I'm going to play the clip right here.
But Richard Sherman, if you are a free agent, which there is a rumor you are, we are looking for an alpha presence in our secondary. If you're available and interested, maybe you and I can get together at some point off air.
Now, after watching that, you know for a fact that Jon Gruden wants to bring in Richard Sherman. Now, after this whole interview went on, there was an anonymous NFL GM that was hating and that was accusing Jon Gruden of tampering, of blatant tampering, which, I mean, it's up in the air, but why do you care, man? What a fucking hater. I mean, if you don't have the cojones to come out and call Jon Gruden on his shit, keep that shit to yourself. Richard Sherman is still a part of the 49ers until March 17th, the beginning of the new year. Now, Sherman cannot speak or even tamper with other teams until then, but you could tell that both sides are interested.
Yeah, there's a conversation to be had for sure. You know, I am free and available these days.
Now, Sherman is most known for his time in Seattle, but recently he has spent the last 3 seasons with the 49ers. One of those seasons going to the Super Bowl. In his 3 years, he had a total of 116 tackles, 1 sack, 4 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. And in 2020, he missed a total of 11 games. He's had an injured past, but that hasn't stopped him from being one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Now, Jon Gruden made it clear that we are looking for an alpha in the secondary. And if you look at our team, we don't have that, especially in the secondary. Our secondary is really young. You look at guys like Jonathan Abram, Trayvon Mullen, Damon Arnett, Isaiah Johnson, even some of the vets that we brought along, they're not alphas. You know, LaMarcus Joyner, Jeff Heath, those guys still need a leader to come in and keep all of these players accountable. Now, if you look at last season, we already know that our defense was trash, let alone our secondary wasn't that great as well. The Raiders allowed the 7th most passing yards per game with 263.3. They were 29th in interceptions with 10 and allowed the 12th highest passer rating, 95.3. Now, I'm not saying that Richard Sherman would come in and change this defense around overnight, but he does bring that knowledge and veteran leadership that we desperately need in this secondary to keep these players accountable. Just like what I said about JJ Watt a couple of weeks ago about bringing him over to help out this defense as a veteran, Richard Sherman could do that same exact thing for our secondary. Richard Sherman by no means is the same player that he once was back in the Legion of Boom days, but he could come in cheap for a veteran deal, and he has that knowledge. He's a smart player, and under Gus Bradley's system, I'm pretty sure he knows that defense by heart, and he could help out these younger players like I keep stating over and over in this video. Now, my biggest question is to you, Raider Nation. Would you go out and sign Richard Sherman in free agency this season? And do you believe that he'll make a big impact in the secondary, especially with these young players? Do you think LaMarcus Joyner is going to rejoin the team next season? Would the Raiders cut him, or would they go in a different direction? I know Nevin Lawson and Eric Amaliability Harris are not going to be on the team next season, so I wouldn't mind if you ask me, I wouldn't mind having Richard Sherman on this team. Now, I'm not saying that he would be the #1 cornerback on the team, but he could come in maybe in a slot, play outside a little bit, or even at the safety position as well. I think this move would be a low risk, high reward type of deal that we would make if we were to bring in Richard Sherman. Again, would you guys want to sign Richard Sherman and free agency? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this episode of Nation News. I know there's a lot of rumors, a lot of news going around, especially around Derek Carr, but it's good to actually talk about the defense just for a little bit, especially after Chris Collinsworth, Jon Gruden, and Richard Sherman's little interview yesterday, which was pretty fun. But if you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about or any latest news that you want to talk about or send over my way, you can always DM me at Samoan Raider on Instagram. Now, tomorrow on Thursday, I might be going live on Twitch, so you guys look out for that. If you guys want to know what my Twitch is, it's at Samoan Raider XP. On top of that, tomorrow I might be rolling out my new YouTube membership program on YouTube. So if you guys are interested in that, look out for that. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. I would definitely appreciate that a lot. And if this is the first time you are watching this video, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this one. Until the next video, this is your boy Samoan Raider, and your boy is yeah.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.